Here's the thing. With the transition over to the Solana network, we had a meeting with Trevor over at Otoy, and he kind of filled us all in because I knew there was some stuff going on. So with the transition over from Render on the Ethereum or Polygon, I don't know which one they were using at the time, but from moving over to Solana network, they're changing it from RNDR to Render, RENDER. So
Right.
it's Salana Render. Let's see. So they want you to convert your, ETH render over to Solana Render, and so they've got a portal on the site. It's what is it? rendertoken.com. I had this earlier.
I believe so.
Render token.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, rendernetwork.com.
It'll take you to Render Network, but there's a upgrade to Solana thing that you can do, and they're encouraging people to convert. They introduced a program where users could earn Solana Render, or new Render is what they're calling it.
It's like new Coke.
Right. That's what I was.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the same background as new code, the history of new code.
Well, at least you don't have to taste the render tokens, so it shouldn't change anything.
Now, they haven't switched over. Some of the centralized exchanges like Coinbase and stuff like that haven't switched over to the new Solana Render or the new Render. So some people are still waiting on that. I know I've got some in Coinbase, but a lot of mine is on a wallet. So switching that over, and then the foundation until the end of January. So you've got a couple of weeks left. If you're switching over your ETH render into Solana Render, they're going to cover the gas fees, which is pretty awesome because.
Is this so do you have to do this by that date? Do I need to transfer mine over or I'm in trouble?
If you want them to cover the ETH gas fees, then yes.
Okay. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So I need to do that as well. The foundation will reimburse ETH gas fees for the conversions done before the end of January. And then 2 weeks ago, for those who are Render node operators, they began using Solana to pay node operators. So you may have noticed, if you haven't opened up your your Render node operator in the past couple weeks, it actually asks you for your new Solana wallet address so that you can start earning Render tokens. And the great thing about the shift to Solana, while payments weren't an issue at all, they're able to it allows for more regular payments on a set schedule, which is really exciting. So like if you're, rendering jobs for people, you can expect it almost on a regular schedule. Now, I'm paraphrasing some of the conversations,
Right.
So don't quote me as this is like scripture. All right.
Yeah.
So
But we're trying to
they're
clarify
recommending
a
that
little bit,
everyone
yeah.
upgrade their tokens to Solana with a 1-for-1 swap and gas-free reimbursements if it's done in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, that's about it. But in other Octane-related news, I am super, super excited. So version 2024, I believe, .1 was at least the alpha has been released for both Cinema 4D and Blender. They're on the
I wanna try
forums
that.
right now.
Because I'm on 23.1.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want to try.
2024. Oh, dude. Like, I mean, I know you weren't waiting for it. I was waiting for the cross-compatibility. So it is finally you are able to both use your Mac and your PC together. So finally, my Mac is not just the slowest. It's not just the slowest machine I have.
So now you have all your nodes working, right? Like,
oh my gosh, yes. And it's great because like while the Mac Studio that I have, it's only, it's the equivalent of like a 3070 or something like that. It's nice to add like just an extra graphics card to it.
Can you go headless on it? Have you tried?
I don't know. I haven't tried
see
that.
If you can, that would be.
I should look.
Yeah.
I don't think at the moment you can go headless, but I very well could be wrong.
I know that it's something that's in the roadmap somewhere. We'll have to ask.
Yes.
on
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
February
yeah.
5th.
So it may be headless right now, which if
Mm-hmm.
that's the case, that would be awesome, you know. But it is working both. There is a version for both Blender and C4D in the forums, and the Blender version is less. They say this is just a test, you know, so
Mm-hmm.
don't use it in production or anything
Right,
like that. But
right,
I tried
right.
it out this morning and it seemed to work just fine, you know.
It's nice. Yeah, yeah.
But
In
yeah,
general, I feel like that happens. Like there may be one or two
mhm.
specific features that have an issue, but for the most part, I don't have a lot of problems getting into especially because it doesn't come to Cinema 4D until it's been
Mhm.
around for a little bit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's yeah, man, it's so fast. I forgot how nice it was to have all
Yeah,
your nodes like working together. And Hupke on the Slack channel was saying that I should look into getting a 10 gigabit switch or 10 gigabit
for sure.
Ethernet
Yes.
for my computers so it feels just like smoking fast, you know,
Right.
rendering, yeah, well, live
Now
viewing
you'll
and
be
stuff.
okay. You'll be somewhat okay with a gigabit. If you do 10, then you've
Yeah,
got to upgrade your entire infrastructure. That's the
I
thing.
know. I know.
So that's kind of a. But I upgraded mine and I got some wiring done in the house so that
Hmm.
they are all connected with at least gigabit. And that's not bad because what it takes like
Yeah.
10-15 seconds maybe for it to get over to the other computer. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal,
I
you
don't
know.
Hupke was saying you could feel it. You could feel the difference, which
Yeah.
is
Oh, I'm
I don't
sure.
know. It's
I'm sure.
it's got me partly convinced to try it, you know.
Yeah, next time I do like a whole network kind of redo, I'm gonna go
Hmm.
to that. Because that transfer of textures and geo and
Yeah.
everything across, Um, but the nice thing is once it's there, it's not as it's not as much of a weight per frame like it does like I guess the difference. Um,
Oh.
what's
If
that?
you've only got one node and both computers have 10 gigabit, you can direct connect to them. Okay.
So you've got
Hmm.
one node.
So like say I've got
Oh,
say
just
my
direct.
computer right here
Yes, yes,
because I think I would need a 10 gigabit like
yes.
Ethernet
They have
adapter or something for
they have to
that,
have the
you know.
capability. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean,
but
new
the Macs
motherboards.
they all have their built-in 10 gigabit already.
Yeah, I mean,
So
new motherboards generally do too. I think the one I just got
yeah,
did. I just can't
I don't know.
utilize it. You know,
Right.
I don't know
Yeah.
what my hub has to tell you. And that's the other thing is a 10 gigabit switch is expensive.
Yeah, they are. They're
It's
like two or
yeah,
three hundred dollars. And
very
it's like,
expensive.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to spend $200 to $300 just for a switch,
Right.
you know.
Right.